6'8" man that benefited from that play to my right.
Lane Johnson, how are you?
Sir?
I'm doing good. I've been having fun. Well, my bad. Leaving you hanging. Yeah, man, a lot more fun to come on, especially starting tomorrow.
Now that it's all over. Were you a little nervous the first couple times we spoke to you because we kept pushing and pushing and pushing? No, of course not. Why would I ask that? How about this? Super Bowl champions. How does it sound?
Feels good. It's just been so long. The city's been waiting for it for forever, and you're going to see tomorrow why they're so happy about it.
Tomorrow's the parade.
Tomorrow's the parade.
Everything's shut down.
Everything's shut down.
Schools are shut down.
Got Crisco on the light poles. It's SWAT's everywhere where it's big things popping.
But Philly keeps putting Crisco and grease on the light poles. They should consider putting super glue on the light poles. Like maybe that's a better strategy.
How long do you want to stay on? Reverse psychology.
That's extra work. What? I thought you were here for your smart.
Okay.
That's extra work. So if you stick them up there, then you got to go up there and get them.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't think that
like a mousetrap.
Fair enough.
But we know it's special winning the first Super Bowl in franchise history. But it's got to make it extra special when you beat Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. I mean, they're the most powerful franchise since in our adult life. They've been the one dynasty that we can attach it to. What does that? How does that make it even more special?
Definitely, it was a hard game when it came down to the wire. So it was really just back and forth. And from my point of view, it was whoever had the ball last was going to win. Brady and them had it. Unfortunately, we got a strip sack on that. But yeah, it was just back and forth the whole game, and it was nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie.
I know that it had to be total jubilation when Zach Ertz scores the touchdown. Yeah. There's the long review, but I think most people knew it was probably going to be confirmed. But then, and it's kind of forgotten play, you guys didn't get the 2-point conversion. So all of a sudden, you're only up 5, and as you meant,
on the sideline doing it?
No, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what's going through your head when you guys kick off and you see Brady? Wait. He's got 220, a timeout, and a touchdown beats us.
You couldn't get a perfect scenario to get a 6 ring, 220. Hey, let's go get a last 2-minute drive in. So let's go get this W. It didn't happen though, thank God.
And curious though, because then somehow after the strip sack, you guys got the ball back, or they got the ball again. What are you thinking while the Hail Mary's in the air?
Well, what can you do? I was mad we didn't get a first down to seal it there, so I was pretty mad about that. So didn't want to put it in his hands.
Now, at that point in the game, did you go to the coach? Okay, you guys get the ball back. You went to the coaches? Did you?
No, they went to me and came to our side. They got in the jam front and smashed, and nothing really happened.
It's really hard to run against New England. They probably was in a gap defense, right?
Yes.
But you told them to run your way.
I didn't tell them. I think just kind of knew.
Okay.
Me and you got big baller Brandon Brooks next to me, the right guard is what I call him. So, yeah, I mean.
Now that the dust has settled just a bit, take us back and kind of give us what your thoughts, impressions, and everything was of just being there and taking it all in, because you couldn't really talk about it to anyone because you were so focused on the game. This is the first time your franchise has done this. To be a part of something like that, what does it mean to you, and how did it all kind of play out over the course of the
weekend? We just had fun and embraced it. We didn't want to go there and kind of be nervous. We wanted to enjoy our time. You know, nobody expected us to be there anyway, so hey, let's go and enjoy it while we can. Pretty much, guys hung out. We went to the mall. I got a new pair of J's, and I'm wearing on right now.
You went to the mall.
Went to the Mall of America. The Mall of America.
You went shopping.
I went shopping.
I love it.
So got some new shoes, and that's pretty much it. And then towards the end of the week, you couldn't go in there. You get harassed by fans. Just a bad situation. But we had fun.
And so Minneapolis, that's my second home. Spent most of my career there.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is because of the weather, it might have helped the Eagles have some type of advantage, or they were focused on the game because of the weather and the lack of distractions.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you walk outside, you better be focused on survival because it's about -20 wind chill. So, yeah, I mean, we pretty much did that. You know, we did all our media obligations, and then when it was time to go practice and get serious with it, that's what we did.
We had you on, as Jenna mentioned, a few times throughout the year. One time was right after Carson Wentz got hurt.
Yeah.
And you seem to have not a false confidence, but a real confidence, not just in your team, but in Nick Foles. You're also one of just a handful of guys that are still on the team that your rookie year was his magical season, right? The 27 touchdown, 2 interception year. How much of your belief in him stemmed from the fact that you had seen him, granted in a different offense, but that you had seen him when you first got to the league have one of the best statistical seasons we've ever seen?
I was just thinking, you know, my rookie year, he had great success. So I've seen it before. And even before the season started, I was like, you know, if anything does happen to Carson, we're in a great situation. And that goes, you know, just with a lot of depth, you know, linebacker, left tackle, which usually, you know, you don't have. And we're fortunate. It's terrible what happened with Carson, but we did. I mean, as soon as Nick got in the rhythm, and got in the offense that he liked, man, it was just really, you know, taking off from there.
Lane, one of the things I think we were all really impressed with afterwards was Doug Peterson's play calling. I think we thought he was going to go out there and call a pretty fearless game. I don't think anyone thought he was just going to be lights out, thrill-seeking.
Yeah.
Balls to the wall, everything you got, go win it for us, Nick Foles.
Yeah.
We were impressed with it. It was fun to watch. Tell me about it from the other perspective.
Yeah, so the night before the game, he said, hey, you know, I'm going to call my plays. I'm going to beat me. I said, all right, coach. All right, well, hey, we're going to see. We're going to see tomorrow. So
So you was calling his bluff?
No, I mean, I believed in him, but hey, he was excited. And then got in the game, and it was just first down to first down to first down. And then the Philly special, I think, you know, we've been running it for weeks. We had it in our back pocket. And I think Nick mentioned it to Doug. I was hoping that we'd run it in that situation and got it done. So just
when you practice it successfully?
Successfully, yeah. There was many times where we dropped the ball. You know, it was late on the timing, it was messed up. So yeah, we got it done though when we needed to.
So you were on the front side of the play. He's the right tackle. He's decoying them, making them think that they're going to the strong side.
Yeah, like
wide.
a bootleg. Yeah.
Yes, you're trying to get them to hook it in. Your guy takes the bait. So you had an easy job sealing off that. What were you thinking? What were you thinking, though?
So snap counts on my name. So he went, hey, Lane. And on second lane, I was just like, hey, you better not jump off sides. Or, hey, Twitter, gonna be popping, gonna be steaming. So
not only was it called the Philly special, but the
count was on my name.
Because it's supposed to, if I'm not mistaken, he's pretending he's going lineman to lineman to tell him the new play.
Exactly.
And so he's standing behind you at the moment.
To make it look like an audible.
Exactly.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, I came up, called my name, and, you know, made it look interesting, and snapped the ball, and we ran the bootleg, and, you know, Nick kind of stalls and runs out, and
all right. So the story of the game is the amazing the Patriots near comeback. Nick Foles MVP. There's the Brandon Graham strip sack, which you alluded to, which was the play that nearly sealed the game. But you guys don't score 41 points if Nick Foles is on his back. You guys give up 0 sacks. You're a huge part of that. That offensive line that has been, I understand you guys lost future Hall of Famer Jason Peters, but you guys have been together throughout the year. What were you guys able to do against New England? James Harrison, who had shown some flashes in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's still flashing.
Yeah. So what were you able to do against the Patriots?
We knew they were good at what they do. Not necessarily over-talented at what they do. They don't make mistakes. As far as their different blitz packages, they'll have a jam front to stop the run. They'll have a split double-A package. And
okay, now what's a jam front? For the people out there who don't necessarily know, can you break it down a little more in layman's terms?
Pretty much jam front, you're stacking the box. I want to take away the run.
Yes.
And you know, that's what they did, and they have it 2 different ways with that. And then with the split double-A, so you have, 2-3 techniques.
Yep. The defensive tackles move right over the gap to the left and to the right of the center.
Linebackers in the middle, and they did a lot of green dog blitzes. So that's where the linebacker act like he's coming or fake like he's dropping out and then come and blitz delay. So what they try to do is get the tackle's eyes to leave him and go to the other keys, and so he can have free access to the quarterback. So needless to say, we picked up on all that stuff. It sounds more complicated than it is. That's what a lineman's job is. So, but that's pretty much what it was.
You alluded, just real quick to follow up about James Harrison. He seemed to be none of them got to Nick, but he seemed to be the most effective of the pass rushers. Was he the guy that presented the biggest trouble for you guys, and why does he present trouble?
It was Harrison and Flowers, just because Flowers is so versatile. You could put him at 3 technique. He creates a lot of pressure. You can put him all over the field and create pressure. With Harrison, why he's so good is, first of all, he has low center of gravity. He's not very tall, but when he has that rip move, jab step, get that tackle to turn, and then rip, I mean, you can't stop it. So, age is, he's still going.
There's this thing about the New England Patriots, as poorly as their defense had been playing, as kind of questionable was who was going to be and who wasn't going to be, and they still have Tom Brady, they still have Bill Belichick. So for us to watch, it's one of these things where, don't worry, the Patriots always seem to find a way to get it done. Having, being in there in the trenches and watching when you're on the sideline, watching this team play and watching the way they work with Bill Belichick, what is it about this team that people seem like they're so intimidated by?
Well, first of all, their offense is on all Madden mode, so went out there. It was 20 a pop, 15. I mean, really, what can you do about it? He's been doing it for, My bad.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Sorry.
You the champ. You're all right. I got you covered. I got you. You're right.
I got a little bit on my jeans.
Yeah,
The
we'll
new
go
Jays.
shopping after
Oh,
this.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're all right.
No,
We're gonna go shopping. We'll go shopping again.
You've been
They got snake skin on them. They're good. They're good. So where were we? Well, I done lost my train.
About the Patriots, you said the Patriots.
Yeah, just their offense is clicking, and they've been on all Madden for a number of years, and that's really what it was. And we knew it was going to be a shootout as far as offenses, so and that's really what it was.
Man, we got to thank you.
Yeah.
We got to thank you. You're causing the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones not to get any sleep. My man Nick Wright, he didn't give you guys any type of chance. Because I played a couple years in Philly, I'm rolling with the I'm rolling with the underdog.
Wait. No, you can't be an underdog anymore.
He's a top dog.
Lane, you're sticking around for another segment, right?
I am. I'll be.